Good day, everyone. So this video lesson is all about compound interest. So first, what is compound interest? Okay, so compound interest is calculated on both the principal amount and interest. Okay, compounded or multiplied at regular intervals. So ano ba yung kaibahan nito? What is the difference, okay, between simple interest and this one, compound interest? So let's just go back. Yung i-recall lang natin kung ano yung simple interest. So simple interest, okay, yung interest doon is calculated only on the principal or on the original principal throughout the time period. While in here, sa compound interest naman, yung interest is calculated on the principal plus any previously earned interest. Meaning, interest on interest. Okay? So, yung simple interest, okay, parang minsanan or iisa lang. Isang beses ka lang magkakaroon ng interest all throughout na, okay, ng pagbabayad mo all throughout the time. Okay? Pag compound naman, ayan, so parang interest on interest siya. So yung pag na-compute mo yung first, for example, first year mo, yung interest nun, magkakaroon ulit yun ng interest. Okay, second year, parang ganon. Okay? So, if you have your business like that, like lending something, okay, mas kikita kapag ang ginamit ninyo is yung compound interest. Okay? So, yun yung kaibahan niya. Okay? So, here is the formula in finding the compound interest. So, kung yung sa simple interest, napakasimple, okay, napakasimple lang, or simple interest is equal to P times R times T. Principal times rate times time lang. Okay? So, in here naman sa compound interest, ayan, medyo ano siya, mas complex siya. Okay? So, we have F, okay, is equal to P times the quantity of 1 plus J over M raised to MT. Okay? Or M times T. So, ano yung F natin dyan? We have, ayan, yung F natin, siya yung compound interest. Okay? Pero sometimes kasi in some references, yung compound interest nire-represent, ang nagre-represent is yung capital letter A natin. So, kahit anong gamitin. Pero, since ito yung nasa reference natin, gamitin natin yung F. Okay? So, yung F natin again, compound interest. Okay? Yung P naman is the principal. Same lang siya. So, principal or original value. Okay? You invested or you borrowed. Then 1, given na yan, plus J over M. So, itong J over M na to, pwede rin siyang isulat as I. Okay? So, tatandaan ninyo, yung I natin is equal to J over M. Okay? So, pwede siyang isulat. So, ano ba yun yung I na yan or yung J over M na yan? Yan yung interest rate. So, J is the annual interest rate and the M is the frequency of interest payment. So, later on, magbibigay tayo ng example. We will give some example for you to fully understand how to get it or paano ba siya nakukuha or saan siya nanggaling. Okay? So, tandaan nyo lang yun. I is equal to J over M. And then, yung M natin nga dyan sa taas, our M is the frequency. Okay? Kung ilang beses ka magbabayad. Okay? Per year. And then, yung T natin, of course, that is the time. In years, of course. Always in years. Okay? So, a period N is determined by N is equal to MT. So, yung N naman natin dyan, sabi dyan MT. Kasi in some instances, okay, ang ginagamit na formula sa compound interest ay ganito. A is equal to P times 1 plus J over M raised to N. Okay? In some instances. So, same lang naman talaga siya. Yung N lang dyan, okay? Yung N nga kasi is equal to M T or M times T. Okay? So, para mas maintindihan niyo yan, let's proceed with the next slide. So, tatandaan lang ha, yan yung formula. Formula ng compound interest. So, since yun nga, ang nasa reference natin ay ito yung mag-focus tayo gamitin natin. So, F is equal to P times the quantity of 1 plus J over M times or raised to M times T. Okay? So, ito na yung sinasabi ko. So, periods. Okay? So, an amount is compounded every period. Okay? Meaning after every period, the investment earned. Okay? So, kumikita siya from the principal. So, a period N is determined yung kanina nga by N is equal to M times T or MT, where M is the frequency of interest payment per year and the T is the time or the duration of the investment in years. Okay, so ito na yung mga different common na nababasa natin sa mga problem regarding compound interest. So, pag nabasa ninyo yung annually from the word annual, 1 year. Ibig sabihin, pag 1 year, ilang beses siya magbabayad sa loob ng isang taon? Of course, isang beses. Minsanan, isang beses, ganon. Then, semi-annually naman, ibig sabihin, 6 months. So, ilang beses siya magbabayad sa loob ng isang taon? Kung every 6 months siya magbabayad, we have 2 times. Okay? Then, kapag quarterly naman, every 3 months yan. So, kung meron tayong 12 months sa loob ng isang taon, divided by every 3 months. So, 4 times siyang magbabayad. Okay? Pag quarterly, every 3 months, meaning 4 times siyang magbabayad per year. Okay? Then, bi-monthly, ibig sabihin, every 2 months. So, kung may 12 months tayo sa loob ng isang taon, ilang beses siya magbabayad? Of course, 6 times. Okay? Then, pag monthly naman, syempre monthly, so meron tayong 12 months, so 12 times siyang magbabayad sa loob ng isang taon. Okay? So, yun lang concept niyan. So, tatandaan lang ninyo, pag annually, again, 1 year, every 1 year. Semi-annually, every 6 months magbabayad. Quarterly, every 3 months. Bi-monthly, every 2 months. And monthly, of course, every month. Okay? So, yan. So, let's have this example here. So, find how many periods are there if an investment is compounded quarterly for 5 years? Okay, so yung nakikita natin dyan is yung quarterly na term. So again, pag sinabi natin quarterly, every 3 months. Okay, so anong mangyayari dyan? Since N is equal to MT, okay, ilang beses ba? Kung ang pagbabayad niya ay quarterly, ilang beses siya magbabayad? Of course, yung M natin dyan is 4. Okay? And then, of course, yung time natin in years is 5. So, meaning, 4 times 5, yung N natin ay 20. So, yung N natin is 20. Okay? Yan na yung makukuha nating sagot. Dito sa example na ito. Tinatanong kung how many periods or kung ilan yung periods. Okay? So, 20. Ibig sabihin 20 times. Okay? 20 times siyang magbabayad sa loob ng 5 years. Okay? Okay, so here naman, periodic rates. Okay, so may tinatawag tayong periodic rate. Okay, so interest rates are usually stated as an annual rate. Okay, so we need to convert them to a periodic rate. So, periodic rate or yung I natin, it is represented by I is determined by I is equal to J over M, where J is the annual interest rate and M is the frequency of interest payment per year. Okay, so in here, wait lang, ang pen natin. Okay, so ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na I is, nasa na yung pen natin? Is equal to J over M. Okay, so given itong example natin, tingnan natin. An amount is compounded quarterly for 5 years at 12% annual rate. So, find the periodic rate. So, yung periodic rate natin, isulat lang natin dito, I is equal to J over M. So, again, yung J natin, ano yon? Yung J natin is the annual interest rate. So, ibig sabihin 12%. Ayan siya. Ito yung magiging J natin. Kaso, 12% siya, so i-convert natin siya into decimal. So, magiging 0.12. Okay? Divide lang siya sa 100 or move 2 decimal places, okay, to the left. Okay? So, magiging 0.12 or 0.12. Okay? Then, over or divided by our M, ano yung M natin? Frequency of interest payment per year. So, since ang nakalagay dyan ay quarterly, ibig sabihin, every 3 months, so meron siyang 4 times na pagbabayad. Okay? So, divided by 4. So, our I here will be 0.12 divided by 4 is equal to of course, we have 0.03. Okay? So, yan yung magiging periodic rate natin. Okay? Yan yung magiging periodic rate natin for this problem. 0.03. Okay? Di-divide lang. Okay? So, let's have this one na. Okay? Let's have example 1. So, James is investing 15,000 pesos for 10 years at an interest rate of 6% compounded monthly. Okay? So, isulat natin yung formula. Okay? So, yung formula, again, gamitin natin yung nandoon sa reference natin. We have F is equal to P times 1 plus J over M times, or I mean raised to M times T. Okay, ayan. Then, isubstitute lang natin. Oops, nawawala yung pen ko. Okay, wait for a while. So, ayan. Isa-substitute lang natin yung ating mga values. So, para ma-determine natin. So, again, here we have, yung P natin ay yung 15,000 times 1 plus yung J natin. Okay? So, ano yung magiging J natin dyan? We have the interest rate, which is 6%. So, magiging 0.06. Okay, percent yan. Okay, yan yung, yan yung rate. Okay, interest rate natin. Then, yung M natin is, ano nakalagay? We have monthly there. So, monthly, ibig sabihin, ilang beses siya magbabayad? Sa loob ng isang buwan, we have 12. So, ilalagay nyo dyan, 12. Yan yung M natin. And then, yung MT natin, ayan. So, since, ayun nga, yung M natin ay 12, ayun, ilalagay na din natin siya, 12. Then, yung time natin, ilan yung time natin dyan, ilan yung taon ng pag-invest niya. I mean, investment pala to. Okay, hindi siya borrowed money. So, investment siya. After 10 years, so, nakalagay dyan, 10. Okay, then, pwede niyo siyang i-input sa calculator or pwede rin namang manually. So, for this time, I will teach you how to input that in our calculator. Okay, so wait lang yung calculator we have here. Okay, ayan. So, we input lang natin siya dito. So, we have, ayan, we have 15,000. Okay, ganito lang siya. So, 15,000. Tapos, yung parentheses, as in-copy lang talaga ninyo yung nandyan. We have 1 plus, ayan. So, since fraction siya, pindutin nyo lang yan. Then, 0.06. Okay. Then, baba kayo. Lagay nyo yung 12. Ayan. And then, parentheses ulit. Okay, wait lang. And then, the exponent, 12 times 10. So, pwede nyo siyang i-direct na kung ano man yung sinubstitute ninyo, yun yung i-type nyo rin or i-input ninyo sa calculator para hindi magkamali. So, we have 27,290.95. So, round off nyo na lang into 2 decimal places. Okay? So, 27,000. Again, wait lang. My pen. So, we have, yung final answer natin ay 27,290.95. Okay? So, ayan yung magiging final answer natin. Okay? Next is example 2. We have Joselle invest 7,717 in a savings account with a fixed annual interest rate of 8% compounded 2 times per year. What will the balance or the account balance after 7 years? So, in here naman, okay, again, isulat na lang muna natin yung formula para ma-substitute natin. So, F is equal to P times 1 plus J over M raised to MT. Okay? So, yung F natin, yun yung compound interest. So, yung P natin dyan, ilan yung in-invest niya? We have 7,717. Okay? Times 1 plus, ano yung J natin? We have the interest rate. We have 0.08 kasi 8%. So, gagawin niyo siyang decimal over. Okay, ano yung ating M dyan? Kung ilang beses siyang magbabayad. So, as you can see there, 2 times daw. Ayan, ang nakalagay is 2 times per year. So, ibig sabihin semi-annually ito. So, 2 times siya magbabayad. Okay, so ilalagay na ninyo, since nandiyan na mismo yung 2, 2 na yan. Okay, over 2 then. M natin is, ayun, 2 nga, times, our time or the year there is 7. Okay, so ito na yung pinaka-i-input ninyo sa calculator natin. Okay? I-input natin sa calculator. Okay? So, oops. So, yun yung pinaka-input natin. So, ilagay lang natin siya dito. Okay, so we have 7,717 times 1 plus, we have a fraction, so we have 0.08. Okay, ayan siya. Then, sa baba, ibaba natin siya. We have 2 dyan sa baba. And then, ayan, exponent. Let's have a parenthesis first and then exponent. Then, we have 2 times 7. Tapos, equal lang ninyo. So, ang makukuha nating sagot ay 13,363.35. I-round off na lang ninyo. Okay? So, magiging, we have 13,363.35. So, ito na yung magiging final answer natin. Okay? So, next. Josh Allen borrowed 10,000 pesos at 6% interest rate compounded semi-annually. So, how much would he pay after 2 years? So, again, compound interest yung tinatanong. Let's have the formula. F is equal to P times 1 plus J over M raised to MT. Okay? So, we have the P is, wait lang. Oops. Ayan. Nasa na? Yung ating pen. Wala. Oops. Ayan, ulit. Ayan. So, dito tayo. Balik tayo. Nawawala siya. Ayan. So, dito na lang. So, yung P natin ay 10,000 pesos, right? So, we have here 10,000 pesos or 10,000 times 1 plus J is 6%. So, 0.06 over semi-annually yung sabi niya dyan. So, semi-annually meaning ilang beses siya magbabayad? 2 times. So, twice a year. So, 2 dyan, and then, yung M natin is 2 again, times, our T or the time is 2 years. Okay, then, ayan, i-input na natin siya sa calculator. Oops, ano talaga siya. Wait. Okay, so, i-input na natin siya sa calculator, ito. Ayan. Put natin siya sa calculator. So, we have 10,000 times 1 plus the fraction bar there. So, we have 0.06. Then, ibaba natin. Input natin yung 2 divided by 2. Then, parenthesis, and then the exponent, 2 times 2, tapos equal. So, ang makukuha nating sagot, 11,255.09. Okay? Approximately. So, we have, sulat lang natin. So, we have nawawala-wala ang aking pen. Okay. Ayan. Oops. Ayan. So, ang makukuha nating sagot ay 11,255.09 approximately. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yan yung ating compound interest, okay? Or I mean, bayaran ni Josh Allen after 2 years. Okay? So, that's it for compound interest. Thank you!